Coming right up is Media News number 138. It's an all-Marvel edition of Media News, and we've got stories on the Inhumans. I give a long, labored explanation as to what the Inhumans are, so grab yourself a pillow and a blanket. We've also got stories on the Avengers teaser trailer that they're working on, Iron Man 3, the Spidey sequel to the Spidey they're shooting right now in Los Angeles, The Wolverine, we've got an update on that, and Ghost Rider, and more. All that coming right up. Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality because good grades deserve a reward.
Good old JR, gathering media news so you can look smarter. And do you ever say thank you? I doubt it.
Hello there, children.
Media News, episode 138. Recently creased.
Media News is great. Hey, folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for...
It's time for Media News. What else would it be time for if I'm
betcha.
standing here?
Media News. And Media News is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. All of them, including all my Marvel comics, which are always 15% off every day for
Are
everyone.
they holding the line at $2.99?
Yeah, well, sort of, kind of. They're unofficially holding the line at $2.99.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
And this Marvel update, we're leading off with one of the lower level, low hanging fruit franchises in the Marvel universe, which nobody gives a damn about, but is being rocketed to the silver screen.
Since Disney didn't get anybody good in the deal.
Are we talking about the Inhumans?
Yes, the Inhumans.
Well, people are
the world is clamoring for an Inhumans movie
well,
because nobody's clamoring for an Inhumans comic.
Well, Marvel Studios is because they are actively developing the Inhumans as a feature film.
And do you know why?
Why?
Because they have the rights to that.
Yeah, it's cheap.
They have the rights to it, so they can do
anybody
it.
for it.
They can do it.
But Comic Book Man, tell us what the Inhumans is about.
Oh, I have no idea. What, the movie or the characters?
No, the characters.
Oh, the characters were created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, and I'm doing those in that order purposely. Created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. It's a race of
super beings,
super beings that were genetically engineered once upon a time. I forget exactly
millions of years
where
ago.
from, but they're genetically engineered. Oh, Krees.
The Kree.
And they were dumped off here on the Earth, and they were basically told, "Fend for yourself. We don't like you." And so they built their own little city in the Himalayas called Attilan.
Very good. Wow.
Called
Very
Attilan.
good.
And their leader eventually became Black Bolt, whose power is, if he whispers a single syllable, it will shatter mountains. So if he reads the phone book, we're all screwed. And his wife, eventually, Medusa, not originally, but his wife became Medusa.
Snakes in the hair?
Snakes in the hair, yeah. She doesn't have snakes in her hair, but her hair goes all over the place. And the rest of the royal family, which consisted of Gorgon, I believe, and Triton, the guy that swims, the fish guy, he's green and scaly.
Aquaman.
And Karnak,
yeah.
the karate guy who could find the weakest point in anything and then snap it in two. And of course, don't forget Crystal, the beauteous Crystal that Johnny Storm fell in love with. He's dead, by the way. Johnny Storm fell in love. Crystal never even showed up to the funeral.
Johnny Storm is dead?
Yeah, he's dead. What about Lockjaw? And Lockjaw, the teleporting dog who's like this tall. And I'm not going to forget him. The crazy brother Maximus the Mad.
Well, that's also
who's always trying to take over Attilan and the Inhumans.
Well, that all sounds incredibly inane, Comic Book Man, because it's all being flushed for the movie. Because the movie now concerns a group of aliens, of course, created by the Kree. They've kept that. But they will be a group of sleeper cell agents who are on the Earth.
Well, that Marvel is sort of kind of doing a storyline about that.
Well, the
Inhumans sort of show up in Marvel Comics of late, and it's this ongoing storyline, which they're not really doing anything with, but they keep referring back to in the Fantastic Four and some other books.
Well, the idea is they're sleeper cell agents. When the time comes, they're supposed to take over the planet. But
please, get started.
After this group assimilates themselves fully, they realize that mankind is a wonderful thing and decide they don't want to.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Disney's not even using the characters they bought.
Yeah. That's primarily true.
Super.
That is primarily true.
Super.
It's the Inhumans in name only, baby.
$5 billion.
Yeah.
So they're using these characters? They're not using any of these characters? Why did I just talk about all these son of a bitches?
Because
if
I
they're not
wanted to
using
say
them?
that sounds incredibly inane. But moving along, Comic Book
Man.
Man.
Well, thanks a lot, there,
That's
JR.
okay, no problem. But
Hey,
you
Hey, JR, what'd you have for breakfast today? Anyway, who gives a damn?
I had the Inhumans for breakfast.
The Inhumans, they're crunchy. Not as good as Cenobites and milk, but they're
No,
pretty good.
no.
Next up, we got a story on the Avengers trailer. That's right, the Avengers trailer.
Trailer. Well, for a movie that hasn't even started shooting yet, why are we getting a trailer? Because Joss Whedon is shooting a
Because they wish it.
Exactly. They're shooting a trailer especially as a trailer, not just scenes pulled
Yes.
from the movie, but especially as a trailer. Now, supposedly...
Oh, I can just imagine how this goes. You're gonna have a black screen. You're gonna have a lot of voiceover stuff. No, look out, Torch! Oh no, run! And you're gonna have this big A coming out.
I
at
don't
you.
know, but supposedly the trailer will confirm that Loki is the heavy of the piece.
Yes,
He gets his hand on the Cosmic Cube,
yes.
which I guess makes an appearance in the Captain America film,
Because being a god just isn't enough. You have to have the cosmic cube on top of it.
and brings the Skrulls to invade the Earth.
Does he get the Infinity Gauntlet too while he's at it?
I think he gets the clap, too.
And the whip and stick of Galactus.
Yes, I don't know. We still don't know how the Hulk fits into the story, but everybody's sort of postulating that Loki's going to brainwash him.
And well, yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider has a villain.
Bet you thought Ghost Rider was dead. Nuh-uh.
No, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider, another Nicolas Cage fine Ghost Rider movie, but it has a villain, and it's a comic book villain.
Yes.
What I'm not familiar with. It's Blackout.
Blackout. That's
For
a
those of you-
character. That's not. I don't think he's from the original run. He's from the second run in the late '80s.
Yeah.
Bo's nodding his head like a bobblehead.
He's
over
a faux vampire, as I remember.
It's from the Danny Ketch. The Danny Ketch run on Ghost Rider.
yeah,
Blackout.
he has metal fangs, and he doesn't like the light, and
Yeah, and he's big and demony and.
it's going to be just wretched.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful, every bit of it. The Spidey movie is filming in Los Angeles right now, and the producers of it are just thrilled with what's happening. In fact, they're so thrilled that
They're having screenwriter James Vanderbilt work on the sequel, which he kind of already sort of was because the film is designed as 2 parts, supposedly. But they've told him to go ahead and finish that bad boy up because they're very excited about what they've seen so far. Vanderbilt is also doing a polish on the Total Recall remake.
Okay. Now we've done Ghost Rider sequel. We've done Spider-Man sequel. What about Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3, Shane
sequel.
Black. We all know Shane Black has been brought on to direct the film, taking over from Jon Favreau. The word is that Marvel acknowledges there were some problems with Iron Man
No,
2.
everything was fine. Everything was fine. It was a wonderful film.
And
it really was.
supposedly the problems that Marvel decided they had with the film were all the Avengers tie-in stuff that went with it that sort of slogged down the actual storytelling of Iron Man 2.
Well, having a story to begin with would have been nice.
Well, yeah. Well, Marvel has decided that subsequent films will no longer be doing any sort of hint-dropping or tie-in stuff.
But that's all the nerd geek stuff that, all the fans want to see.
Fans will still go to see it no matter what.
No shit.
So whether it has tie-ins to upcoming movies or not, you're all going to go. So don't look for any Avengers tie-ins in any subsequent Iron Man movies.
Someone who's not working on a Marvel movie, however,
No.
is Darren Aronofsky.
No, Darren Aronofsky is off
Off.
of the Wolverine.
He's out of there.
And subsequently, him being off of the Wolverine, my interest in the film, which was small to begin with, has left with him.
Well, now you don't know who they're going to replace him with.
Here's the story about Darren Aronofsky leaving
Yeah.
the Wolverine.
Not Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
The official line is that the Wolverine is going to shoot in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, we all know how that's working out so far for the folks in Japan. But secondly,
Yeah,
Darren Aronofsky has a wife and child who he says he does not want to be separated
Come home and
from.
irradiate.
Stop it. We all know what happened to Gilbert Gottfried, comic book man.
I'm not making jokes about it. The man is going to go over to Japan
I'm kidding.
and shoot a movie
kidding.
at a nuclear waste dump.
So the official line, he didn't want to be away from his family for a year.
Yeah.
The unofficial line is that Darren Aronofsky had ideas for the Wolverine. Because Darren Aronofsky is an Oscar-winning and rather talented director who has his own ideas.
So he says.
Fox ain't interested in ideas.
No.
They want a Wolverine movie. They want Snicket.
We can have ideas or a movie.
Yeah,
Which do we
exactly.
want?
So I guess there was a little bit of this between Darren and the
Yeah.
producers of the film. So he doesn't really need the film at this point.
Yeah, you know that Spider-Man movie we're making? That's what we want. No ideas.
Pretty much. And Fox has said they're not in a real big hurry to find a replacement right now. I kind of find that hard to believe. But There's no director attached at this point. Aronofsky has moved on to greener pastures.
Okay.
He didn't need Wolverine.
And our last story.
Our
last
last
story
story.
involves a production company that is making Brian Bendis' Powers TV series.
Circle of Confusion is the name of the production company. They are making Powers for FX.
Yes.
They are no slouches in the comic book television realm. Comic
Oh,
book
no.
Man, because
No,
they also
they proved themselves this year.
Walking Dead
You
is
betcha.
one of theirs as well. And their newest announcement is
Yes.
Image Comics Chew
Chew.
is coming to.
That's Cannibal Fun.
Yes, it is. It's coming to Showtime
Yeah.
and is being billed as a half-hour detective show,
Okay.
a half-an-hour series.
A half-an-hour detective show sounds like a comedy.
Terry Hughes Burton and Ron Milbauer, who write for Eureka,
Yeah.
which is sort of a
comedy.
comedic show,
Yeah.
are doing the script. Actually, it's Showtime. I'm sorry, Showtime.
Okay.
Stephen Hopkins is directing the pilot, so look for that next year. Hopkins did the pilots for Californication, Shameless, and House of Lies,
Okay.
and
And
24.
Thank
so
you
that's
both.
coming. So yet another comic book related project.
There you go. Chew is easy. He's a detective that
Eats.
he eats body parts off of the dead, and then he gets messages in his head as to who committed the crime.
So it's a zombie detective kind of show.
No, cannibal detective.
Cannibal
detective. Nothing zombie about him. Cannibal detective.
Does he like it with a nice bottle of Chianti?
You know what? They do every friggin' joke you can think of with that. Seriously, they do every friggin' joke you can think of with cannibalism in the thing.
That I'm not going to do anymore.
And that's it. We're done. We're finished.
done.
We're out of here.
We're
We got
tired.
no more Marvel news, but you can go to the store's website and
Who?
check out all the Marvel comic news and all the Marvel media news that Bo sends me and all of this guy's reviews. And where is the store's website?
Stores?
At?
The store's website?
Where is it at?
It's at a place that only Sarah knows.
www.marveltonetradio.com.
So go to the store's website, check out all the news and all his reviews. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And this is good old JR.
saying,
Bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.